Всем привет! Сегодня мы продолжаем играть игру Noire. Так, минутку, сейчас я загружусь. Так. Едем на новую точку по заданию.
Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't seem to read.
You know the way. You can drive.
Так, пусть лучше он поведет нас. Так.
You'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and McCaffrey.
Так, компания «Серебряный экран». Так.
Phelps and Bukowski, LAPD. We're investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ! I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way.
Куда это он нас сейчас заведет?
Keep him here, Stefan. I'm gonna take a look around.
What's this got to do with me?
Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
Какой он грубый пипец. Ну ладно, смотримся.
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
Humor him.
One-way mirrors. There's a room on the other side.
Типа потайная
Oh, wow.
комната.
Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
Так, а это что у нас? Я думал, такие новые улики. Так, хлорогидрат в таблетках.
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people?
Что везде эти головы. Странно. Так.
hallway, Phelps. You couldn't fit a rat through there.
I don't think so. Optimistic, Cole.
Фигня какая-то. Так.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Так. Ну ладно, продолжаем дальше улики искать. Я так понимаю, тут какая-то тайная комната, нужно вход найти. Чем что-то не отодвинет. Ну-ка, дай-ка еще раз возьму. Так, ладно, поговорим с этим чуваком. Так. Давай с ним поговорим. Так, связь с Бишопом.
You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop is doing work for a studio, yeah.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while.
Давай сомнения.
He was here yesterday, and something happened that pushed him over the edge. You're holding out on us, Hopgood.
You know, I have very good connections with the Vice Squad.
And well, there's a surprise.
They won't appreciate you coming in here and strong-arming me.
Что, все что ли? Больше мы ничего не нашли? Не густо.
Not sure this means much.
Ну-ка, давай-ка используем интуицию. Так, показать все улики. В мусорке что-то есть? Нет, вроде ничего нету. Так, это бутылка, ничего полезного. Так. Так, Bishop Pictures, название «Барабан джунглей». Марку по Бишопу.
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
Так, это что у нас за нож? Марк Бишоп, Джессика Хэмилтон.
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test?
Так, любопытно. Так, это что у нас? Это типа тайная комната.
I wonder if they saw this, how many budding starlets would still get on the bus to come to Hollywood.
Так, это что? Ну все, тут у нас больше ничего нету. Так. Фигня какая-то, пятитиголовая. Так.
So this is where you sprang from.
Форма для высушенных голов. Так, а черная? Полиция борется с наплывом. Не успел дочитать.
Listen, I have to call you back. I got some business here.
Sit down, Courtney. This is Mickey. Mickey, this is Courtney Sheldon. What would you like to drink?
Scotch. Straight up.
I hear you're back at school learning to be a doctor, kid.
Yes. That's right, Mr.
So
Cohen.
you want to be a doctor and a dope peddler. Interesting combination, huh?
Do we have a problem, Mr. Cohen?
We might have. Yeah. Selling your dope to my boy Lenny looked like a good move, but Lenny has been supplying, wholesale, so to speak. The Bindle boys in this town aren't used to the juice without a little of the middleman taking his cut.
Lenny promised that wouldn't happen, Mr. Cohen. And Lenny works for you.
What can I say about Lenny? Let me think. Oh yeah, he's a putz. And he's lazy, and he's greedy, but he's my wife's brother. How can you make a cake with those ingredients, huh? Jeez.
So how is that my problem, Mr. Cohen?
Well, kid, the only way we're gonna be able to make this work is to do some repackaging. We need to get the dope out of those dinky little cardboard boxes and...
Surrettes.
Yeah, Surrettes. Great. We can put it into a big vat so we can water it down a little bit.
I won't bore you with the chemistry, but it doesn't work that way. You're likely to kill even more people.
Okay, listen. We want to buy you out, kid. I'll offer you 50 grand. Hey. Hey! You don't like my offer? Sheldon kid? I think I want him dead.
Интересно. Найдены газет 313. Так, ну все, увидели, все посмотрели. Так, это у нас что? Все, пойдем обратно. Комнату мы нашли. Надо еще раз с этим чуваком поговорить. Так, местонахождение
McAfee's
Бишопа.
men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
Давай истина.
You're delivering props to Jungle Drums on 8th Street?
Bishop is using that old rundown wreck of a set. That place is dangerous. But it might be a good spot to hide.
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in.
Phelps. Roy Earl, ad vice. Hold on a moment. This is clearly a vice case. You've been roughing up my informant?
Hopgood is a vice informer?
Yes, he is, Phelps, and a very important one. Look at that mug. Have you been upsetting these two officers, Marlon?
So we just drop it?
You do if you know what's good for you. You need to catch the movie producer before an angry husband does, from what I'm hearing.
I'll be making a full report to the captain, Detective.
You do that, kid. We're all very impressed with you.
Let it slide, Cole. Let's get out of here.
Detectives.
Johnny Goldberg. You work for Mickey C.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing. It's the husband we'd like to talk to.
This is a police matter. You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We can beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part, happens every day. But Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, Guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business. You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen, to stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot less polite, you smug son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, asshole? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are.
I don't think they like your little pep talk, Bukowski.
Oh, shit! Get us out of here!
They really don't want anybody getting to Bishop before they do.
Окей, добили их.
That hurts, right? I'm Betty.
Так, новая задача. Смотреть
Let's see
декорации
him chase us
фильма.
now. On to the movie set, Phelps. Let's roll.
Now,
Что, нам снова возвращаться, похоже? Так. Куда нам? Не, нам походу на студию надо вернуться. Так, странные ребята взяли, напали, стрелять начали. Неадекватные. Так, где у нас вход? Посмотрим, что нам делать-то надо. Так, места. Декорации фильма «Барабан джунглей». Так. Так, выбрать место. А, ну вот, все окей. И погнали.
You're behind the wheel.
Oh, Christ. And they say working traffic is like watching paint dry.
You know how to piss people off, Bukowski.
Hey, if they're prepared to gun down cops in broad daylight, McCaffrey really means business.
Seems like we're the only ones who want Bishop alive.
I have a good mind just to let him go work on the son of a bitch. I'm about done putting my life on the line to protect some child molester.
That's our job, unfortunately. They don't get to dole out the justice.
Так, ну все, мы доехали. Декорация фильма «Барабан джунглей».
There's the slippery bastard now.
No. God damn it!
Mark Bishop, stop! LAPD! Get him, Phelps. I'll cover the
Так,
exit.
надо его поймать.
11K calling KGPL. The question systems at 8 in Francisco, the abandoned movie set. My partner is
Блин,
pursuing
подстрелить бы его
suspect on foot.
за то, чем он
So we're trying to
занимался.
help you, Bishop. This is all a big mistake.
Вот гад, бегает быстро.
It's us or McAfee's boys. Your choice. I didn't do anything.
Каскадер. Давай, прыгай. Давай, хватай его, хватай.
Bishop, that's enough. That girl made it all up.
Куда он свалил-то? Ну вот, походу я его упустил. Может, еще догоню. Я думал, куда-то прыгнул, а газ просто в другое место ушел. Так. Ну вот, дело провально. Так, ладно, попробуем еще раз.
Mark Bishop, stop! LAPD!
Хоть не с самого начала бежать, и то. Давай, лови его, лови. Ну. Ну да, как я и думал, сюда побежал, просто я не в ту сторону пошел. Так, ну гад, сейчас я тебя поймаю. Пипец. Надо же.
Mark Bishop, stop! LAPD!
Беги за ним. Чё ты не прыгаешь, зараза?
We're trying to help you, Bishop. This is all a big mistake.
Что такое? Ну-ка дай-ка гляну. В управлении еще раз. Ну давай пропустим. Мне, в принципе, не принципиально.
Mark Bishop, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of June Ballard and the rape and attempted murder of Jessica Hamilton.
All right, I'll come quietly. Just don't kill me. If you found me, then McAfee's goons will too. Oh, we need to get out of here.
All right, but you stay close. Any tricks, and I'll save McAfee's boys the trouble.
Follow me. I know another way out of this place. Christ, detective, they're trying to kill me.
Лисин. Так, нам надо
Last chance to back the hell
выйти
down.
живым, окей. Так, ну давайте, да.
McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me? You're pretty brave. It's this way. LAPD, you're making a big mistake. Kill them, for God's sake! I don't want to die!
$12 hat.
Ну что, все, мы всех подстрелили. Побежали.
God, they're everywhere.
А, по бочкам надо стрелять.
There's no way out of here. I thought you said you knew where you were going.
We have to jump for it. You have to get me out of here.
Find some cover!
Come on, it's this way.
Стреляю. Пипец, меня подстрелили. Хм. Забавно. Я думал, бессмертный.
Come on, it's this way. McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me? Can't hit him from this. LAPD, you're making a big hopeless at this point. Is this really the best McAfee's got?
Ну все, ему вроде лучше стало. Так.
Can't drop it. God, they're everywhere.
Ну да, отсюда его не снять. Давай, иди.
You have to get me out of here.
Так, подождем. Сейчас он восстановится.
Wasted bullets at this rate.
Ну да. Куда он убежал, Бишоп?
For the love of God, how many are there?
Это что за газ-то такое?
Last chance to back the
А,
hell
можно
down.
оружие поменять.
Come on, it's this way.
Captain doesn't make the rules. You hear me? LAPD, you're making a big mistake. How about some more, asshole? I'll kill every last one of you if I have to.
Да зараза какая. Тупое управление, пипец. Так, нет. Попробую его пройти, этот эпизод.
Last chance to back the hell down.
Come on, it's this way.
McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me?
Так, попробую снять. Так, сейчас пойдет. Так, ага.
LAPD, you're making a big mistake.
Окей, готово. Так, где он еще стреляет?
Is this really the best McAfee's got?
God, they're everywhere.
Так,
You have to get me out of here.
ага, то ли снизу, то ли... А, вон сверху вижу. Так, окей, готово. Нифига себе тут бандитские разборки.
For the love of God, how many are there?
This is worse than a war zone.
I don't want to die here.
Так, вон еще сверху.
Let me see the statue there. There's a ladder leading to the ground. This is all balance fault.
Вот трусишка.
There's an army of them. We're done for.
Блин, ну, походу не все переводят. Жалко.
Get him over here, I'll cover you! Come on, the cavalry's here!
I should have known that bitch was trouble. This way! There!
Пипец, тут сколько бандитов. Так. Ага, Ага, вон еще один. Перезарядимся.
Stay down.
Let's go! Stay with me! Covering fire!
Все.
Follow me! Give me some cover! Come on!
Все, всех убили. Вставайте. Так.
Follow me. We need to get him to the car.
All right, let's go. Now!
Ага, вон вижу.
How long do you think you can hold out?
Пипец, сколько их там. Надо этого добить. Ну ладно, пойдем остальным поможем сначала. С кем они там активно перестреливаются? Убивает уже. Молодцы. Нифига у них там войнушки были. Если это правда, конечно.
Mark Bishop, erstwhile film producer and all-around piece of shit, catches a fast ticket to Quentin for statch rape and attempted murder. So he gets to spend the next 15 years playing sissy instead of sticking it to little girls. That is justice with a capital J, Detective Phelps. You developed such a reputation, I'm not going to be able to hold on to you any longer. You're getting promoted. Go on, get your new assignment. It was good working with you, son.
Его еще повысили? Интересно.
Phelps, Bukowski, this your work?
Can I help you, Detective?
Sorry, Cap. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, I'll bet you didn't. This is a traffic case. You need something?
I'm here to buy a drink for the 2 LAPD traffic cops who broke the back of Guy McAfee's private army. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Captain?
Go right ahead.
Get in. I'm buying. You'll like this place. A lot of movie people hang out here. You like jazz, Cole? The hopheads love it.
Sure, I guess.
Big bands and swing I can understand, but this bebop palaver? How are you supposed to dance to that? This is Phelps, Leroy. Be nice to him. You'll like this place. They treat you right.
You like a table, Roy?
What do you think we want to do? Stand at the bar like
I'll
chumps?
get a table ready for you then.
Don't look so happy to see me, Alphonse. I might get the wrong impression. Cole, this is Alphonse. He's a French Negro from Africa. Can you beat that?
The Congo.
A pleasure to meet you, Alphonse. Is Elsa singing tonight?
Yes, she is. She has the next set.
Come on, Cole. You can meet Elsa while they're fixing us a table. You'll like her. She's something else.
Maybe another night, Roy. She's pretty beat up about it.
Get your hands off me. Don't ever tell me what to do or what not to do, Alphonse. You got a nice club here. Don't spoil it.
If you will follow me, detectives. Just through the door.
Was my only real friend, Harlan. We went through it all. You realize what he meant to me?
Of course I do.
You have no idea. You said it was construction work.
It was an industrial accident, Elsa. How can I be held responsible?
Elsa, are you going on?
Louis, for God's sake, he was my best friend. The only man who ever loved me without putting his hands on me.
Hi, Elsa. Here's someone I'd like you to meet. Cole Phelps, war hero and crime fighter extraordinaire.
And why would I want to meet another fascist from the LAPD?
Sorry about this, Cole. What an evening I'm having. First a Negro puts his hands on me, and then this. Who do you think you're talking to, you German junkie whore? Don't you ever forget your place with me again. Do you hear me?
Какой он грубый пипец.
Evening, Doc. How's business?
Sanguine. Louis, help me here. I'm gonna have to give her something before her performance.
Blow it off, Cole. These artsy-fartsy types always get a little flighty. Meet Dr. Harlan Fontaine, doctor to the stars. Mr. Fix-It to the mental wreckage of Hollywood. So what about that drink, boys?
Так, отчет по делу. Найдено улик 13 из 18. Правильный вопрос 1 из 11. Дело закрыто заурядно. Повышение. Отдел по раскрытию убийств. Так, полгода спустя. Помада цвета крови. Вот псих, пипец.
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the Homicide Squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Так, вы получили доступ к режиму улицы Лос-Анджелес. С него вы можете патрулировать улицу и реагировать на происшествия после перевода. Угу.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another accommodation?
Nice day for it. Olive oil comes from Holland. Where does baby oil come from?
I'd rather you took the wheel.
Не хочет он вести меня. Какой вредный.
You can drive.
А, нет. Прикольно.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
Are we any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's gonna happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
Ну, окей, приехали. Так, место преступления, 9:31 утра.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
Get used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Пипец, ну и труп.
Trollman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, Detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Окей, посмотрим труп.
Cause of death?
Could be the head injuries. She has been badly stomped.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Жалко, избили сильно.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Значит, кольцо сняли. Интересно. Так. Иди к черту, Текс.
Interesting.
What's the writing on the victim mean?
BD, Black Dahlia, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Так, что тут у нас? Сумочка.
The victim's bag?
Так.
Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Так, помаду нашли. Так, что еще? Все, что ли? Так, зеркало. А нет, это расческа. Так, тут у нас что?
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Типа соединить надо. Вот так получается. Странная головоломка. Ага, вот так вот, видимо. Нет, это все правильно. Так. Смотрим остальное, что-то у нас еще есть. Так.
I doubt it.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Tinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Так, сумочку мы уже осмотрели. Поглядим еще за оградой, может там чьи-нибудь. Может чьи-нибудь заметили. Ага.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Я думал, это тоже к делу относится ножик. Так, тут у нас что?
Seems irrelevant. Not much help.
Нет ничего полезного, к сожалению, больше. Так, шарик мы уже смотрели. Все получается.
Can we discuss this later?
Так, что там у нас дальше, какие места? Так, место преступления. Больше нету мест. Так, может еще с кем-то поговорить надо? Будем с этим дядькой еще поговорить. Может, с репортером?
This equipment is valuable, and so is my time. Leave me alone.
Следы мы уже смотрели. Так, это что за чувак?
It's a crime scene, isn't it? Don't just stand there, take a look around.
Ну, все получается. Может, с патрульным поболтать? Ну-ка.
Top of the hill is where they need you, Detective.
I got some test results to process, and I need to give evidence at an arraignment.
Another day, another dollar.
Так, а можно на другое место поехать? Так, это у нас задача смотреть пустые места преступления. Ну и все, мы уже осмотрели. Так. Может, что-нибудь нашли? Ну-ка, интуицию используем. Че, нет у нас больше баллов? А, нету. Ну, поглядим, еще, может, улики найдем. Ну, помаду мы уже смотрели. Расческа. Ничего полезного. Так.
Another day, another dollar.
Надо еще раз посмотреть за оградой. Может, там что найдется. Жалко, мне баллов интуиции не осталось. Так.
Doesn't appear to be connected.
Может, связано. Так. А может, надо тут шарик еще подгадывать? Ну-ка. Все верно. Ну, почти. Опа. Ну-ка. Ага. Имущество клуба Бамба, Норд Спринт.
The Bamba Club? Why steal a table lighter?
If we get to the Bamba, a man could die of thirst in a case like this.
Ну вот, теперь можно ехать.
Can you drive to this one?
Так, клуб Бамба, окей, погнали.
The werewolf?
For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence from BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, Oddshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us a note in the corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. For some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. You can't make it something it ain't. Understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found it.
From Washington.
Hey, honey, what time do you get off work in Cleveland?
Так, окей.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
I think he's a bit of a ganguero, but treats me nice.
А, так вот с ним, видимо, поговорить.
You want a tip?
Detective Phelps,
Refill my coffee
LAPD.
next time, honey.
We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? You going to pay for that?
Sure, I know her. She and I and
How's
Jacob,
officer?
her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Let me know.
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was a lovely woman.
Так, подозреваемого видели жертвой.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
Да вроде не врет.
You know him?
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
Так,
I think this could be a
задача.
great help,
Следите
sir.
автомобильный номер. Так, окей. Так, у жертвы украдено кольцо.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
Интересно, врет? Нет. Давай сомнение нажмем.
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're gonna tell me.
Okay. I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Guess I always have. Her old man never knew about it.
Так, знает мужа.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
Давай истина.
Was he ever violent with her?
Celine came in here last night looking like she'd taken a slap. They don't live together anymore, so it might not have been him.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
Where's that goddamn place?
Так, нужно смотреть дом Селин.
Refill my coffee next time, honey.
Just don't know how to dance to bebop.
So,
Let's get out of here.
How's your tuna fish salad?
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Say, honey, what time do you get off waiting tables?
Так, ну погнали.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Так, дом
And where
семьи
exactly
Гелли.
are we going?
Блин, еще позвонить надо.
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job with a healthy thirst for friends, you call.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. Worse than I could ever have imagined.
Дом семьи Генри, 10:18 утра. Так, давай-ка я позвоню, где-то тут телефон был. Можно присесть.
Hey, there's such a thing as soap, you know.
Ага, вот телефон.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I survived the war for this?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks, ma'am.
Ну все, теперь погнали. Так, и где дом? Это что ли? Нет, не этот. Так, вон машину остановили. Значит, вот этот дом, видимо.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
Да, видимо, тут что-то случилось. Окно разбито.
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Ну, давай, смотримся. Семья сгорела заживо. Полиция не исключает вероятность поджога. Ну-ка посмотрим.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary
You
arrangements.
said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before. I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal
You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
Да. Почему-то во всех происшествиях почти доктор замешан. Странно. Ладно, походим, посмотрим, что тут есть у нас. Так, ключ.
Circumstantial.
Так, туфля.
Size 9s. Above average for a lady. Doesn't look like anything.
Грязная посуда, да ничего полезного. Ага, стекло разбито, ну да.
Burglar used a pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Если протрезвеешь, приходи. Хайнвуд Драйв. Квартира 2. Телефон Ми-221 Джейкоб.
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. Speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband. Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I get nasty when I'm thirsty.
Пипец какой-то у него напарник замороченный.
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Так, это мы уже видели. Так, вроде бы мы все обходили. На всякий случай еще раз пройдемся, может, что упустили. Так, тут у нас что? Пианино. Это маленький домик, конечно.
Probably nothing.
Ну да, фигня, какие-то очки. Так. Это мы тоже видели. Блин, ну тут и бардак. Так, а здесь я еще не был.
Don't think this is anything.
пройтись.
Regular Amelia Earhart per day. The ring looks distinctive. Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
Incidental.
Ну все, вроде бы мы все обходили здесь. Больше ничего полезного нету, улик нету, так что можно смело на выход. Так. Так, куда дальше поедем?
You're behind the wheel.
Квартира Джейкоба Генри.
Now, national news.
Так, квартира Джейкоба Генри, 10:38, день.
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Да не похож он на убийцу.
I get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk, pal.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Так, сначала дома смотрим, а потом с ним поговорим.
Good to me.
You think the atmosphere's thick in here? Wait till you try the gas chamber. He'll be back in.
Так, это что у нас? А. Забавно. Какая-то надпись. Надеюсь, сейчас переведут. Спасибо. Спасибо за предложение. Позаботься
The
о моей
oldest
жене.
problem there is what to do about the old lady.
Любопытно. Так, тут у нас что? Правда хотел уехать, походу. Чемодан готовил. А, нет.
Size 11s.
Ботинки 45-го размера. Нет, все, тут уже все посмотрели. Вряд ли тут чуть-чуть полезное будет. Ладно, пойдем дальше. Так. Ага, бита.
Nothing significant.
Ничего нет. Надо еще возле дома посмотреть. Хотя вряд ли тут что будет. Типа общие дома, ну поглядеть можно. Не, вряд ли. Это что-то типа квартиры. Так. Ну все, теперь можно с ним поговорить. Передвижение
So who could
жертвы.
have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
Не похоже, что он врет.
We know that she drinks, Jacob. Drunks have regular haunts, places they feel relaxed.
Celine did most of her drinking at home. She didn't have many friends left. Not many alcoholics do. Not real friends, anyway.
Так, последний контакт жертвы.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
Не, что-то не договаривает.
And how are we meant to believe that, Jacob? It isn't looking good for you.
That nosy bitch from next door, Janie Horgan. She'll tell you I left. And what time.
Так, мотив убийства.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
Врет, нет. Давай под сомнение поставим.
You went to her house, you fought, you beat her, she left, and then you followed her.
I left first. She tried to batter me with a frying pan. I had to slap her down.
Understandable.
Так, алиби Джейкоба Генри.
So you can prove that you came back here after you left your wife's place.
I came back here. I was here all night. Start work at 6:30. I'm not the going out type.
Да вроде не врет.
Did a neighbor see you? Did you talk to anyone? You need an alibi, Jacob.
I don't have one. I was here. I listened to Amos and Andy on the radio, and then I went to bed.
We're still going to need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Look, you're not.
It's just that. What's this bunker?
Че ты его не лупишь-то?
You're awful hot under the collar for an innocent man, Mr. Henry.
Сейчас он меня отлупит. Если не понимает этот режим драки здесь. Этот туповатый. Они со всеми полицейскими дерутся тут. Это вообще пипец. Ну вряд ли он убивал, я чуть не верю.
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Так, где-то здесь был телефон. А, вот он.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt.
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Сам дурак взял и напал. Ладно, поехали дальше по уликам.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Давай в квартиру Мендеса.
Carruthers said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
Ну, напарник у него, конечно, пипец. Сам провоцирует на драки. Ну что, раньше реально так полицейские работали. Так, давай посмотрим, какая там квартира. Номер 16.
Mendez, apartment 16.
Ну, пойдем. Ну, это, наверное, на втором этаже. Так. Нет, видимо, еще выше. Если не на четвертом. Нет, наверное, на четвертом даже. Ну да.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in.
Пипец, сразу вышибать.
Take a look around and see what you can find.
Пока ничего полезного не нашел. Так, ищем дальше. Снова какой-то ключик. Мы уже видели такое. Кухонька. Так.
Doesn't tell me anything. hasn't given me anything to go on.
Ну да, фигня в основном. Ладно, пойдем дальше. Все, смотрим. Пистолет.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Разве не нужно проверить? Фу, блин. Походу этим убили.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
Новая улика, гаечный ключ. Отлично.
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there.
Ну что, правда, убийца. Что-то как-то сомневаюсь. Думаю, его кто-то подставил.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo.
Без он меня опережает. Как это охотники за привидениями скатился. Забавно.
Get in and drive.
Чё-то я куда-то туда поехал. Ладно, сейчас я дело провалю и заново попробуем. Подозреваемый скрылся. Окей.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
А, он огорода им поехал.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Ну, блин, зараза. Ну шо? А, вон, вижу его.
I got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch.
Надо догнать гада.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
А, это напарник стреляет. Давай, давай, тормози. Ну все, берем гада.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry. Hands behind your head.
Damn these mortar.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps,
That's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
Мы его не налили. Видимо, маленький еще. Так, отчет по делу. Найдено улик 15-19. Правильные вопросы 2 из 7. Нанесен ущерб 000. Городу $20. Дело закрыто хорошо. Подозреваемым на том свете. Не важно, что вы отправили Джейкоба в тюрягу.
This pain to cool the lava you pump through my veins, 'cause I'm burning up for you.
Так, золотая бабочка, следующее дело. Пиздец. Так жестоко, это вообще жесть.
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
I'm thinking of moving up to a
Что-то
45.
как-то Напарникова не особо любит.
One round. She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding. I got the jitters again. You left at midnight, yes?
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
You know the way. You can drive.
Did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
But don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
And no assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. We might get along after all.
Так, место преступления, 10:48, день.
Boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy has been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex...
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for that
So you don't
matter.
believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to beat that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the City of Angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
And I thought this was such a nice area.
Detective, I was first on scene.
All these is somebody going to tell us what the hell is going on?
Так, где у нас? А, вот вижу. Вот у нас место преступления. Поговорим с ним.
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home, not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
You mind if I examine the body?
Be my guest.
Давай смотрим.
Ligature mark is very
distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
Окей.
Looks like she was tied up.
Так, похоже, ее
Does it
связали.
first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist too. I think her watch might have been torn off. I think I've seen it all.
What's this mark? Cut on a finger.
Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or engagement ring. Violently removed.
Пропавшие драгоценности.
The stomping angle in the Henry case. Was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Ну, все вроде бы. Тело смотрели. Так, дальше. Сумочка. Ассоциация учителя родителей.
Oh, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by R&I?
Back in a second.
Так, это мы уже смотрели. О чем больше ничего не достает? Окей, все. Так. Что у нас еще?
Detectives, R&I says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Так, давай еще все осмотрим внимательно. Еще даже место преступления не осмотрели. А он же спешит дальше ехать. Так. Так, тут у нас что? Следы ботинок. Можно еще возле походить. Может, что найдем. Так. Так, сумма сумочка, следы, тело, все что ли, больше ничего у нас. Нет, видимо. Ну ладно, все, тогда поехали. Как-то маловато улик.
Somebody going to tell us what the hell is going on?
Так.
You can drive.
Дом Моллеров.
Where are we
Погнали.
headed? There still might be some playing the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If it doesn't work out, that is.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? Well, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
Какой он честный, главный герой. Так, ну окей, зайдем в дом.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit down.
Давай сначала осмотрим. Глядим, может, улики какие есть. Нормальный домик так-то.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back, okay? There's nothing to worry about.
Maybe. No.
Че не почитают записку-то?
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Junk.
Морковка. Что, все что ли? Не, еще сюда не ходили. Я думал, какой-то маленький домик, а вот спальня. Обычно тут много чего полезного. О, а скрипка. Ничего полезного не нашли из улик. Так, это что у нас? Фигня какая-то. Так. Ладно, пойдем дальше. Ну все, что-то не густо. И-ка вокруг дома еще походим, посмотрим. Такой маленький уютный домик. Ну все, тогда с девочкой надо поговорить.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Try.
Так, пропавшие
Some of your
драгоценности.
mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
Ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
Да вроде не вряд.
I know it's painful, Michelle. This may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, a yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. We had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
Так, последний контакт с жертвой.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon, I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
Да вроде не врет.
And did he come and get you?
Of course. Some boys offered me a ride home, but that's not the right thing to do.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Так, отношения между родителями.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Давай сомнения.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Так, 2 из 3, нормально.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What the... But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Так, следы на месте преступления.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Да и как он не знает точно, какой у него размер обуви?
You always wear size 9s?
Sometimes 10s. Depends on the brand. Foreign shoes have different sizes.
Так, заявление об исчезновении Дейдера.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was at a dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Да, истина.
Was your wife unreliable?
No.
Так, алиби Хьюго Моллера.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
Да, вроде не врет. Или врет. Давай, истина.
You didn't go anywhere?
No, I was here the whole time.
Так, передвижение жертвы.
Your wife went to pick up Michelle?
Yes, that's right.
Что-то нервничает, давай сомнения.
What happened, Hugo? You got any theories? Because we're starting to like you for this.
The car parked by the school is kind of dark. Maybe somebody jumped her there. Did you try the parking lot?
Так, склонность к агрессии.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
Давай ложь.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
Так. След от веревки, пропавший так, следы маленьких мужских ботинок, алиби мужа. Так, алиби мужа давай.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
Да не убивал он ее?
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
One, we need to break his alibi, check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in LA. Three, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
Ну вот, добрая соседка сейчас настучит. Так.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Так.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
Чё он
Step
там
away
сжигает?
from the
Ну-ка,
incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Вот гад, убегает же, убегает. Давай, прыгай.
Enough running, Hugo! Hands where we can see them.
Чё он убегал-то? Так, осмотреть печь.
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the cat.
Yes, sir, Detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncle?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and...
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
Так, нужно позвонить для начала. Я что-то не уверен, что он виновен. Как-то так улики сразу попались.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Belmont High School.
Checking for you, Detective. Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Galloway.
Thanks for your help.
Homicide Division, badge number 564.
Go ahead, Detective Unit.
Did we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street? Send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
You drive. I need to go over the
Так, едем в школу, окей.
Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting at the police morgue downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for you.
Always make the husband. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some lives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. And try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away, that one.
Так, Белмонтская школа.
Emmy, it's the first season since Fabric rationing's over. We have to go. I told you I can't Saturday. I'm busy. Busy where? You're going on another drive with Baby Gardner, aren't you? So what if I am?
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Давай, давай, лови его. Лови, гада. Лови. Какой медленный, я бы уже давно догнал. Еще полицейский называется, пипец. Чё? Не туда. Убегает, зараза, убегает. Давай, давай, лови, гада, лови. Давай. Не уйдешь. Давай, давай.
That's far enough, freak. You move a muscle
Давай,
and you're a
мочи
dead
его,
man.
мочи, мочи. Вот так вот.
Car 11 King, come in.
11K, go ahead.
11K, see the janitor, a green 1940 46 coupe registered to a Mrs. Hugo Moeller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. 11K code 2.
Подозрительный
What's your
мужик.
name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you oaky motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
You're under arrest, Eli. You're in very deep trouble. Get some backup down here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
Да. Неужто все на этом дело заканчивается? Это подозрительный мужик, это вообще пипец. Если его посадить,
What time
я
did you see
жить
the
не
person
буду.
park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch. He was here yesterday before the dance.
Was it him you saw park the car?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes.
Thanks for your help.
Все. Так, мы в школу так и не сходили. Давай в школу поедем все так же. Подожди-ка. Надо в школу-то зайти.
Olive oil comes from olives. Where does Gabriel? Hey, isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
Где у нас школа-то?
Look, that's the latest thing.
Это здание, походу. Так. Нет. Хм.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
Блин, как с навигацией не совсем понятно, куда идти.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop.
Ладно, поедем да, сначала в МОК съездим. Хотя, может, в школе другой вход есть. Ну,
Now I'm waiting tables.
сначала когда в морг съездим. Потом в школу
He wants
вернемся.
a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Блин.
You're behind the wheel.
Поехали сначала в морг тогда.
Where are we headed?
Так, окей, это у нас морг.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Так, что там у нас? Я-то не определю, какой веревкой душили. Наверное, самой тонкой.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Так, окей. Подожди-ка, может там еще что-то со стола можно взять.
The shoe prints?
Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8s? I think we have our bird.
Так, тут у нас что? Ну, эти мы уже смотрели, веревки. Все вроде бы. И погнали в школу.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Подожди-ка. Места. Того. Теперь поедем в школу. Так.
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that, the coroner's.
How so?
You don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
Been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
This is
Так, вот, в школу мы приехали. Ну, все верно, значит, я ходил. Значит, где-то здесь вход должен быть. Ладно, сейчас поищем. Так. Как тут флажок не точно ставится. Это вообще пипец. есть школа. Поглядим.
Isn't he the cop that won a medal for solving all those cases? Isn't that the cop who caught the guy that was pretending to be dead?
Может, это здание. Так. Это вроде обычный дом. Блин, хоть вывеска была бы, блин. Фиг разберешь, конечно. Так, ну-ка, что у нас в блокноте? Так, места. Белмонтская школа. Ага. Ну, все верно. Все-таки это здание, только непонятно, где вход.
Hey, there's such a thing as soap, you know.
Ну что же, поздно, она закрыта. Да, бред, конечно, какой-то. Так.
It's a cop from the newspaper.
Это площадка специальная. Понятно. Так. Так, флажок у нас где-то здесь показывает.
Top of my class back east. Now I'm waiting tables.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy that was pretending to be dead?
И по картинке вроде тут все верно. Непонятно, непонятно. Может, вон то здание зеленое? Блин, если бы более точные координаты давали, было бы проще.
I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the newspaper.
Вот, Белмонт Хай Скул. Ну, все верно. Где здесь вход-то тогда? Не понимаю. Может, просто возле школы походить. Маньяков поискать. Так.
such a thing as soap, you know.
Блин, не продумано как-то, не продумано. Дверь не подсвечиваются ручки, значит их не открыть. Странно. Так, а что нам по задаче надо сделать? Школа, описание. Школа, прилегающей игровых книг площадки. Может, игровую площадку посмотреть здесь? Ну-ка, с полицейским пообщаюсь, с сотрудниками.
Hey, you guys from homicide? Right here.
Кто нас там позвал? Начинаю сюда надо все-таки.
I recognize that guy from the papers. He's a cop.
Можно бить их, забавно. Так. Никого нету. Странно, на остановке ты еще кто-то звал. Непонятно. Что за глюки?
This is the car?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Have you looked it over?
Superficially. I was told to wait for you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it from here.
Че, только на машину осмотрите все, что ли? А, ну да, тут маньяк был.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
Так, тут у нас что?
The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
Ну все осмотрели. Ничего, двери не откроет. Ну, все получается. Можно валить. Так, куда нам дальше?
Can you drive to this one?
Fine.
Блин,
Where are we
мы
headed?
так в школе находимся, блин. Я думал, мы школу осмотрели. Куда нам дальше надо тогда, пипец? Что за чушь?
I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the paper.
Значит, надо как-то в школу все-таки нам проникнуть. Да, что за бред? еще площадки посмотреть. Так. Не хочет говорить. Так.
Hey, there's such a thing as soap, you know.
That price is outrageous. That's the cop from the newspapers.
Да, немного заморочено, конечно. Может еще машину глянуть? Тут мы вроде все смотрели. А, вот еще ключ забыли посмотреть. А ну что не ходит с того места? Наконец-то, блин. С этой тупой школы свалим. Это уже бесить начинает. Ладно, позвоню в полицию.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Mahler homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks.
Так, вернуться в центральное отделение. Так, окей.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Так, сейчас надо вернуться и допросить их.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Mueller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass from him.
Как у них все просто. Ну да, в принципе, я бы этого тоже засадил. Извращенца бы. Есть за что. Центральное отделение полиции. 7:30 вечера.
Better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test, I can prove it.
Так, уничтожение
Why
улик.
did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Ну, вроде не врет.
Believe what?
It's rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin them.
Так, доступ к канату.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
Но истина.
Do you know anything about braided ropes?
Some. They're mainly used for mooring lines, hawsers, you know, that kind of stuff. We don't have much use for them in the machine shop. We use chain hoists.
Так, найден автомобиль.
We found your
жертвы.
wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Давай истина.
What color are your overalls?
Green. We all wear green. It's a company policy.
Так, доступ к монтировке.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
Да, истина.
So someone mugged her and then took to her with their tire iron?
Please, I don't want to think about it.
I've seen people like you, but I had to pay admission.
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down with my
Captain,
staff.
we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
Похоже, никто из них не убийца. Следы на месте преступления.
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on. I'm wearing 11s.
Давай истина.
But if you could choose, what size would it be?
11s.
Так, место
Down on your
работы.
luck, Eli.
I've had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
Так, истина.
What kind of job, Eli?
Working fishing boats, odd jobs around the boatyards. I'm pretty good with my hands.
Так, доступ к канату.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Истина.
Homeboy like you, Eli, must prefer McGay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid. Tie, hitch, and braid. It stays tied.
Так, мотив убийства.
You killed Mrs. Moeller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
Давай сомнения.
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things. And you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli. Who do you think a jury will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one. I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and put his coveralls in the trunk. I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight, and he strolled out, cool as you like. And I went over and I picked it up.
I don't like you, Eli. I think you're an evil man. I think you try to pass off your pain to other people. I can't make you for this case, but my consolation is that I don't think you will be out of prison for very long.
You can count on it, shitbird. By the way, Eli, the captain and the Hat Squad would like to talk to you next. Any idea what they might want to talk about?
That's the guy. Detective. That's him. That's the guy who parked the car. I'm sure of it. Hey, he's getting away.
That's not true. I can't go to
Все-таки
jail.
муж виновен. Вот мы дело. Как я круто вожу. Заблокировал.
It ends here, Hugo. Once we get the janitor's statement, you'll be staring down a murder charge.
Give it up, LAPD!
Получается, все-таки он убил свою жену. Да.
I have to say I'm disappointed. I stood in front of a troop of reporters and made promises. Promises of swift and fearful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance. You made the department look bad, lad. Do it again and your career as a policeman will come to an abrupt and ignominious end. You two are back on the streets. Find street criminals, roust them, beat them, and restore some fervor to your police work. Your next case will come when you've revived my faith in your abilities. Now get out of here!
Че ему не понравилось? Он же убегал. У него улики показывают. Так, правильный вопрос 16. Улики почти мы все нашли. Дело закрыто халатом. Да ну нафиг, какое-то он не дело. Так. Так, ладно, на этом мы на сегодня закончим. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем, кому нравится мое видео, подписывайтесь на мой канал. Всем пока.